What's up, Disturbed Ones? This is Disturbed Fan 38, and in today's video, we are starting a brand new series called Do Not Disturb.
Yes, sir. Come on, let's get it, baby.
Nice.
Get it, come on.
Let me introduce you to my co-host, Hatter.
Yo, what's
He's
up?
He's the one with the clown mask right there.
No.
We got AJ sitting to my left right here. He's the
What
prospect. Currently a prospect. We got Dream Chaser. You gonna say hello,
The man
Dream?
in white.
Easy.
We got 101 right over there in the corner.
Yep.
We got Joe, Chris Breezy over there. Those who don't know my co-host Hatter, he's a PS3 OG original, and he's also the national vice president of the Locomotives. Oh wait, hang on, we're gonna mess up a little bit.
Don't worry.
In this series, we're giving you an inside look at the most notorious MCs in GTA 5 history, the Locomotives Motorcycle Club.
Yes, sir. Come on, let's get it, baby. Let's get it, baby. Come on.
Founded in 2014 by yours truly, this club has held its reputation by never backing down from a fight, and most importantly, brotherhood. True brotherhood, bringing people together, giving them a second family they can also lean on, no matter what. And in this first episode, I can't think of another guest that start out this series that's better than this man. This man has done it all in GTA 5. He is a First 9 member. He's a PS3 OG original. He was my right-hand man for years, and he quickly rose through the ranks, becoming one of the most feared and respected members in Locomotive history. Be warned, though, if you cross this man, he's not afraid to use a rusty spoon on you. That's an inside joke now, everybody. It's just, don't cancel us now on our first show.
They might after they hear it, golly.
Anyways, he's the only one that's allowed to wear a fedora and a bandana. He's also a master shot at distance combat. But most importantly, he's one of my best friends. Please help me in welcoming the ninja of all ninja and the national president of the Locomotives Motorcycle Club, Crazy Ninja 81.
Yes, sir. Come on, let's get it. Come on, boy. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Have a seat, brother.
Yeah, we'll do.
Look at that nice
Eventually.
fedora.
Welcome. So, we're gonna give you a couple questions here. Hopefully, you'll be able to answer them the best you can.
I should be able to.
I don't like the way I'm leaning, so I'm gonna lean straight ahead. So, we're gonna start out with the first question. When did you first? What'd you say?
Fire away.
All right, let's go. When did you first run into the crazy train that is known as the Locomotives Motorcycle Club?
That was September sophomore year of high school. It was September 14th. I was just chilling in a public lobby, fucking around, and out by fucking, what building is that? Like it's near Vinewood. But there was a little fight going on. Decided to work my way over there and start throwing hands. And during that fight, there was a group of people shooting at one motherfucker. One motherfucker was holding his own, so I decided to shoot at him too.
So,
I mean, it's the way it is. And kept going back and forth with this dude for like an hour. I'd kill him, he'd kill me. I'd kill him, he'd kill me. And it was after about 2.5, 3 hours of fighting. I heard this dude talking trash in game chat, and decided to send him a message, and we just started talking.
Yeah.
right on, dude.
And who was that motherfucker?
You.
Yeah, that was a very good memory, that's for sure, because I knew right then and there that you had potential, and yeah, you excelled probably better than anybody that's ever stepped foot in this organization. So, Hatter.
I actually got a side question for that one. You said you were a sophomore in high school. How old were you at that point? How old are you now?
15 then, and almost 24 now.
Look
Yo.
at that. Look at
9
that.
years.
Why don't we all give him
boy.
an applause real
Hey,
quick, man?
come on, real,
Give him
real
an
stuff,
applause
man.
real quick, man.
Real still.
That's loyalty right there, bro. Loyalty.
I mean,
So.
what we started 2014. I mean, it's been a ride, and that's a long time. So that's awesome.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah.
9 years.
Yes, sir. All right. So, does anyone have anything before I get to the next question?
Yeah, anybody want to throw anything in? Okay. Go right ahead, Adam.
Next question. When did you realize that you were here to stay?
Anything, I'd have to say the hierarchy and the relatively clear set of rules, at least initially. Because I'm not one for just chaos. If something isn't just organized, if it doesn't make sense, I'm not going to put effort into it. And with how, at the time, it was laid out, it made sense. I understood exactly where I was and what I needed to do. The rules were clear cut. Everyone typically followed them. Obviously, there's ones that don't. But initially, it was how organized it was on the surface and on the inside. And then eventually it shifted from that to the bonds that it developed over time, over a long period of time.
Absolutely. Now, who's the second longest prospect to ever come through here?
Caden, still the
side,
longest.
side story, real quick. Mr. Ninja here was lost in the shuffle back then because it was
Lost
crazy.
in the shuffle of less than 9 people.
He was lost in the shuffle. Like we were just starting out, and he just got lost in the shuffle, and I totally forgot. And he should have been promoted a long time ago to patch, and he was stuck in the prospects for a pretty good while. How long was that again?
3 months.
3 months. But
3 months of fetching your fucking bike from around the corner.
you got your payback later.
He didn't forget. He was just enjoying it, bro. He was making you get his bike for 3 months. That's crazy.
You got your payback later, but
Yeah, I did.
that just goes to show you, you know, something that's definitely lacking in the MC community is loyalty. And, you know, he stuck through it. You know, he waited out his time. He didn't bug me about it, you know, even though he should have. Because, like I said, he just got lost in the shuffle, but he didn't. You know, he waited it out, and look at where he's sitting now. So that tells you everything right there. So
I got an add-on question to that. What was your favorite? What was your favorite moment as a prospect that like got your attention? Like saying, "I want to do this for the long haul."
My first war.
Oh yeah.
do you remember who it was against?
TDMC,
Yeah.
the Damn Legion. We were down, actually not too far from where we are now, towards that goofy-ass intersection with all the hedges and shit. Sturbs and I were fucking destroying this dude named Baked Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
And the only part that I really remember about that fight is Baked Carlos was sitting on the other side of the hedge, and Disturbed and I counted down, jumped over the hedge in unison, and then just deleted the dude.
The one thing I can say is that me and Ninja are always in sync. That's why we were 1-2 for the longest time, because we always were on the same wavelengths. he's smarter than me, but we were always on the same wavelength. So especially when it comes to war. Anybody want to throw anything else in?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was like the best thing that like made you decide this is it? Like, not even just from the first war, but like, is there something else? Brotherhood, like, was it the connection?
Well, the first war, what was getting me to decide to stay in the MC community forever. This club specifically, just the people in it.
So like, you didn't build a connection with Disturbed or anything before that, no? With
A
the
little bit, is you most definitely know, and most of the people here know, I'm not the fastest to take the time to get to know somebody.
right. Well, I mean, it's been almost 7 years, 6, 7 years. So I mean, you see now,
Yeah.
a club can make good friendships and everything.
All right. If everybody's good, we'll go on to the next question. What does loyalty and brotherhood mean to you?
Well, that one's kind of, at least the loyalty part is a little easier to answer given my current profession.
Mm-hmm.
It's
What is it?
a huge thing, the being in the army. Fucking beat that shit in your head. every
Give him a
fucking day.
round of applause right here. Give him a round of applause.
Absolutely, bro. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah. But it's just be in there. Not turning your back. Doesn't matter what the fuck's going on. You show up. You do what you're supposed to do.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Amen to
Do it
that.
without any second thoughts. And for the brotherhood,
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely,
right.
man.
probably the best story that I have for that is the story that allows me to have the same mask that he was wearing right now. This was all the way back on PS3, in PS3 lobbies. Special crates they drop randomly, and they'd be sitting in a spot for X amount of time before they just disappeared. Regardless of what was going on, a special crate would drop. Didn't matter if it was church or whatever. We'd stop what we were doing, and we'd go get the special crate.
What are the chances of that, Disturb?
I know,
What are the
right?
chances that he brings that up,
I
bro?
know.
And Disturbed and I went to go get a special crate. I was killing all the ads so he could go pick up the crate. And as he went to pick up the crate, I shot him in the back of the head, and I took the crate for myself.
Hey, back then, bro, them Johns were like gold, bro.
They
Like,
were
if you
gold.
could use one of them was, he was balling.
Gold.
Dude, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
before you go get a beer hat from the store.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Throw
I
it.
got the beer hat from a different one. I got the Please Stop Me mask from that specific one, which was phenomenal. And then I spent the next, like, hour just running around with him raging in the background since I'd taken a special crate.
What's funny is that was supposed to be the next question. Was
Yeah,
you
dude, literally, bro, literally.
was you to tell the story of the special crate? So, I wanted to hear him say it, and he did. But let me tell you how angry I was when he did that. I wanted that mask so badly. When I first saw that mask, I was like, that's it. That's the mask that I want on my character forevermore, right then and there, man. And he, like, literally, I was a finger away from it. And he
Maybe.
shot me in the back of the head and took it from me.
Your body fell in the box.
In it! Like, I literally fell in the box and didn't collect it.
Okay.
And then he flew off. He flew off and left me with my rage.
Jeez.
It was one of my favorite stories, though. That's for sure. Yeah, and it wasn't my favorite back then. Let me tell you that. But
Word.
but the good news is I ended up getting the mask anyway. So
Facts.
so Hatter, I guess you could skip on to the next question.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
I got something
now
to
you
ask.
just hit the
Yeah, go ahead,
mask.
AJ. Go ahead.
I was saying, like, is that mask available at the mask shop, or is that only a
Please stop me.
PS3? Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it at the mask shop.
No.
I honestly don't.
I've only seen like 5
No.
people with it.
I don't believe that you can get this mask anymore. Let me turn the camera real quick so you can.
I know
see.
damn well you can't get my mask anymore.
Yeah. I don't believe that you could get the mask anymore. I think that maybe you could get it on the wheel at the casino. Because, I mean,
Mystery.
they do have special things there.
Yeah.
So maybe it's possible there, but I don't believe you could get it at the mask store. No.
I dig it. All right.
Go ahead.
Before I do the next question, I have another little side question for the loyalty and brotherhood part. What time or era of locomotives caused us to show the most brotherhood and loyalty in your eyes? Where we all had to band together.
So I really like that question. That's a good question.
Oh, yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got an answer for what.
I bet he does. I bet everyone is,
Yeah.
John, bro.
That's a really good question. That gave me to think. Let me tell you that.
I'd probably, like, out of all the times in the past, there's when we were rolling like 30 deep in the lobby. There's during the time when, about around the same time when we had 30 people and I was national president, hopping lobbies, forming rules, doing all that shit. But honestly, I'd probably say within this past month, the biggest example, because it's been how many years, and those of us that are sitting at this table, we're still here, we're still talking. Regardless of everything that's happened in the past, that could use, or that could be used as an example. Right now, it's the best example,
Absolutely.
because we're all still fucking here,
Facts.
Yeah.
still wearing the same cut.
This ain't even half of us.
Yeah,
Pretty. All right.
and even now, we still got a prospect at the table.
Word up, dude. Hopefully some more
Word.
soon. I've had some people asking. So.
Hell yeah. Alright. What is your goals for the club and outside of the club?
For the club, I'm pretty sure at least all of us are still trying to figure out what we're trying to do there. Most of the goals that I have is more for us and what to do, and not necessarily the club as a whole. But those things will end up building the club as a whole. So pretty much what I just want to focus on is tightening that bond that we have and just trying to grow it.
Word.
And obviously shooting at people, because just sitting around being nice all the time is kind of boring.
For real. Can't let the AR collect dust. Ain't good.
Oh, you really can't. Got to keep it clean. And as for my life, just get through all the classes that I've got and start my career. Hopefully try to push warrant officer.
Oh yeah.
Word up, brother.
Take that route. That way I can take an officer path but still be connected to my job.
Yeah.
And like I said in the beginning of the show when it first started, I said that you would excel. I saw that you were going to excel no matter what you did. And you're doing it in real life, and you're doing it at the helm of this club. And you're definitely gonna make it, man. You're gonna do some really good things, especially outside of the club. And then when you come home, you're gonna do a lot of good things here.
Absolutely, bro.
So
Always.
Anybody want to throw anything in?
I'm all good.
Alright.
Hatter?
So next question. What are your favorite bikes to ride on the game?
Originally, my favorite bike was the Hexer.
Yep.
That's a throwback, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's the best bike.
I just
originally.
bought one.
Didn't care for the Damon. It was way too common. It just didn't quite feel right, and I just love the general chassis shape of the Hexer. But as of right now,
Bro.
yeah.
So good.
Yeah, and the Hexer I have is still the original one from PS3.
Yeah, dude.
Heck yeah.
Still the same one.
We,
But as of now, favorite bike is the Avaris. It's the
Oh,
same
yeah.
general body shape as the Hexer, but it's just better.
fast too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's fast too.
The little side thing for anybody who wasn't back on PS3 days, there wasn't a lot of Harleys back then. Not a whole lot. It was just the
No.
Damon, the Hexer, and the Bagger. I mean,
And
that's
the
pretty.
innovation
And
too.
the
that you
innovation
stole
Yeah.
from
came
Snap
in
City.
shortly after.
The
You couldn't
innovation's
buy this
ugly.
either, bro. You couldn't buy the zombie, and everyone wanted it, dude.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I love the innovation. It was pretty badass. I find
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
the retro look. I find it was pretty cool. I don't know.
And then the MC stuff came out, and then we were able to get more bikes, and pretty much do a lot
Yeah,
more
blew up.
things with bikes. Because I mean, the
And
bikes
they,
were just standard back then. You couldn't do a whole lot. The only thing that you could do was like change the colors, and that's pretty much it. But you couldn't do anything to the frame, the tanks. You couldn't do anything to them back then. It was pretty much standard. So
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
And Hector's fuel tank looks way better than the Damon's.
agreed.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Not by any means. I
And
remember
it's not the Bagger.
the Bagger, dude. I hate how slow it is, bro. That's it. And also add a tint option instead of having it to be modded.
Yeah.
Side question: what's your favorite bike to ride on runs or just regular rides?
The Avaris.
Even though it's
It's just
so
the
fast.
I can manage it. It's not the Sanctus. The Sanctus is just... that caused too many problems.
Bike out of hell, bro.
The Avaris, doesn't matter what. If I need to be on a bike, it's going to be the Avaris.
Heck yeah.
Occasionally I'll pull out a zombie, either variant. Either the Chopper or the Bobber, doesn't matter much. But the Avaris all the way.
Do you own a lot of bikes?
Maybe 12.
Pretty good amount.
It's a lot, bro.
It ain't beating my number.
I got about that, I think, too, or a little bit less.
I got about 3 garages worth of bikes, man.
Yeah, I've got one garage with bikes and then a couple sports bikes.
One of these days, we should sit down and figure out who has the most bikes in the club.
Probably you.
It probably is me. I still have all my OGs from PS3, man. I ain't ever getting rid of them.
Don't get me started on those modded.
You can't have them.
I got them already. Flex.
Anybody want to throw anything else in? Alright. This is a good question right here. What does LFFL mean to you?
Pretty much exactly what it stands for. Locomotives forever, forever locomotives.
Absolutely.
It's not. You don't need to get too deep into it. It pretty much means what it is. While I will forever be in the locomotives, I myself am forever a locomotive. Not just in patch, but in soul.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's how I feel on my end as well. Locomotives is, my baby, but it's also, it's bigger than myself. It's bigger than, Hatter. It's bigger than Ninja. Everybody. The best thing about this club is that we're not going anywhere. They want us to go somewhere. They want us to go away, but we ain't going away. We're gonna be in your face every time you turn around. That's the best part about the locomotives is we're forever.
I do have something to add.
Go right ahead.
Here, let me look at this question real quick before I say it. Yeah, I mean, people always kind of, at least in my experience, like back in like 8th grade probably, I'd tell homies at the club and all this, oh yeah, my GTA, all this, and they'd make fun of me and all this stuff, but I mean, we've built things, taught people some really good leadership skills. We've taught people how to lead and to teach, and I mean, these are real world skills that a lot of people don't have nowadays.
Yeah, and to be honest, when we'd had, I mean, it's the same flyers that we have now, but when we actually were cracking down on all the rules and holding everyone to that standard, the discipline that was developed with those 5 pages of rules made going through military basic rather easy.
Yo, I didn't even think about that.
At least on the discipline side.
That's sick. That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So there you
A
go.
lot of people just had, significant amount of people had trouble sitting and just standing there being quiet, or sitting there being quiet, or responding in the correct times or the correct way. Yeah, no issues at all.
Oh, wow.
Outstanding,
great.
bro. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
Who
And,
wants to disrespect us again? Come on now. We out here.
Nobody wants to smoke. So, anybody who doesn't wear the cut and doesn't understand, you just flat out will never understand. Because, I mean, that top rocker actually means something.
It's just not the.
Go ahead.
I say it's just not the top rocker, it's the whole patch itself. Like,
Yep.
if you don't have one of your own or wearing one, like, with a club or nothing, like, you won't understand it. It's like, if you try to speak against it, it'll be straight from ignorance. Like, don't try to put your perspective on it when you haven't lived this life or been in it on game or IRL. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The one thing that this club has done, we've done things that no other club has ever done before. We've expanded to places in GTA that nobody else has ever done. Like, nobody has ever done. And then when we started doing it, the people got to start copying. They want to copy us. They want to be us, but they'll never be us. Flat out. So, anybody else want to throw anything else in? Go ahead, Joe. Very good question.
That is a good question.
In terms of morals, I wouldn't say.
We gave him 2 questions, Hatter, that got him stumped. That's good.
That's a good question.
I thought that we weren't going to have any questions that were going to stump him. That's good. That's good.
I think the biggest thing that I picked up that I apply every day is the amount of thought I put in before I speak.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
'Cause I was never quite as bad as Hatter, but I'd say some interesting things.
I was a Tasmanian devil, bro.
Yeah, did say some pretty crazy things.
Yeah.
We've all been there, especially on
Yeah, agreed.
PS3 days. PS3 days, we said some things that probably were out of line and probably would have got us canceled.
Probably.
Oh, that was before cancel culture even started.
Before, like, if this happened, if cancel culture was during PS3 days, we probably wouldn't be sitting
boy.
at this table right now.
Those were the days you could say anything and get away with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Dude.
Go
I remember
ahead,
being
Ed.
12 years old. I remember being 12 years old, bro, and talking, emasculating. I mean, emasculating grown men, 30-year-old men. They had children in the background, and I was emasculating them. Didn't know what to say. That's how you know we were built different, bro.
yep.
Yeah.
We definitely were something else, and we still are something else. But I would say we turned ourselves down a little bit, and we watched what we say.
I
As I
think
mean-
that's maturity with
Yeah.
aging and growing up and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. All of us have calmed down quite a bit, especially Hatter.
Yeah, definitely had her.
Apologize.
Yeah, look at that evil smile on that face right there.
I know, bro.
I think the only person that really hasn't toned down is at the end of the table.
Yeah. You're still wild, and boy, you know he's still wild, and come on. Heck yeah, though.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. It's just minor shit.
I think one of the things that I can see, like, respecting other, like, groups and organizations, like,
Mm.
when we got, our higher positions eventually, I mean, we're looking after people, we're representing them, and in other clubs especially, bro, it's like, oh, if the president or the vice president acts up, you're making everyone look bad. So, like, just understanding other clubs, they want to do them as well, not letting them step over, but also respecting them and creating other brotherhoods, That was another gift or skill that,
Yeah.
that we learned.
And then just understanding that your actions don't just affect you, but everyone around you.
Absolutely.
Exactly, because the one small thing can also start a whole war or make a big new group of friends out there.
Those are
Yeah.
things that caused a lot of wars back in the day, where somebody
New friend.
didn't know when to shut up and said the wrong thing, and then we were in a full-fledged war. We still won it, but we were in a full-fledged war, and could have been avoidable if we just took a step back for a second and said, okay, let's watch what we say and what we do.
I mean, nobody wants to be shooting somebody on a video game for 21 hours.
No.
No. It's so bad. It's like slavery at that point, dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of, why don't you tell us about that?
21
Which
hours?
part?
Tell us about that one war that we were
That
all
was
in.
just the basic war against the Hells Angels. It went the same way it went every time. It was no shorter than 6 hours. And it sucked.
Yeah.
It was either Saturday or Sunday, still in high school. Got on, dropped into a lobby. Hells Angels were there, so obviously we rolled over, started shooting at them, because why not? And it just turned into a fight in the same damn lobby that lasted, at least I was in there for 21 hours. Sherb was in there for longer, and I don't know who else was in there for longer, but I put in 21 hours.
There was a
And
point.
problem.
There was a point I was by myself because everybody got off for the night and to go to bed. Like one by one, everybody's, I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed.
Mhm.
I gotta go to bed.
Emor and Preds fell asleep on the mic, bro.
Yep.
They fell asleep on
Yeah.
the mic.
Yeah, we had a member fall asleep on the mic. That's how long
Two
the
of 'em,
battle
bro.
was. I remember the
man.
battle starting around 6:30, 7 o'clock that night. It was on a Saturday. And we went all the way to the next morning. Hatter and Ninja were already sleeping. They came back, and I was still fighting Hells Angels Australia because I refused.
Uh-huh.
I refused to leave. Refuse.
When I got up at 7 a.m. and I saw you on, boy, I was like, ain't no damn way.
Yeah.
Ain't no
'Cause
damn
we went
way.
all the way through the night, all the way through the day, and then that next night, slept, got on the next morning. No. Yeah, it was the next morning before I went to fucking school.
Yep.
And you were still in there, and then I was in there for like another half an hour before I went to go catch the bus.
Yeah, dude.
That was
Man.
dumb.
Dude, that's another example, bro, of like dedication. Dude, we'd have kids in high school and junior high, bro, staying up like 12 hours in the middle of the night to fight. Like breeding child soldiers, bro, like digitally.
Like we literally have the mentality of never back down, never surrender. So why was that night any different? You know, we were not going to back down, and it ended the only way that it would have ended, them kicking us out of the lobby. They totally kicked us out of the lobby and booted us offline. They brought in a booter and booted us off.
They booted Disturbed right away, bro. That's the first thing they did.
Yep.
We
They
were
were
talking to them in game chat at the end.
they were sick of me. They were sick of me because I was dropping 2 or 3 of them each fight, patch ripping them, and I was outnumbered. I was totally outnumbered, and yet I continued to keep fighting. And one thing that
there were like 12 of them when I left,
yep,
and there were at least like 8 or 9 when I got back on that
Yep.
next morning.
then they brought in the booter and kicked us. So the one thing that this club always holds, not about scorecards in my eyes, anyways, but it's about who's left standing at the end of the fight. And in that scenario, in my eyes, we were the last one standing because they couldn't get rid of us. So they had to bring in a booter to get rid of us. So we won that fight fair and square. Otherwise, we'd probably still be fighting them right now.
Hey, boy, it's still suffering
Oh,
of
man.
GTA.
That makes my brain hurt just thinking about it.
Those Angels, were they? They were from a different country, weren't they?
Yeah, Australia.
Australia.
Australia, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing some crazy accents in game chat that night, dude. I remember that.
Oh, mate, look over there. Look at the locomotives. Let's go fuck them up, eh?
Legit.
I can say though, Australians don't say "a."
Yeah, they say mate.
And they don't say that too much either.
Nah.
Hopping like a kangaroo. Oh, crikey.
The fucking company commander's Australian.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Crikey. Ah, crikey.
Let's throw in that final question there, Hatter.
Hey.
It's a pretty good one, I think.
What's up? What's up with the bandana, bro? What's on there? What's up with that?
The fedora and the bandana.
What are the origins? I want to know the origins, bro.
Can I take a
Origin?
guess?
Go ahead, shoot.
The Undertaker, because you got the purple, black hat, purple thing.
Yo, I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
I didn't either.
No.
Undertaker, if
No,
you're watching.
entirely. Every
No.
game I play, I always have a mask on. I'm always wearing one. Doesn't matter what fucking game I'm playing. If I'm on something, I've got a mask on. And this game is no different. Originally, I had that weird paintballing mask on.
Yep.
And then eventually they dropped the flat bills with the bandanas. And along with that, you could just freely change the hat and the glasses with it. You didn't have to do some crazy glitch to swap it. You could just straight up change it. I don't know why they removed it, but I mean, they did. And I put on the bandana, and the fedora just looks the best with it. Out of the various hats they could have been paired with, at least to me, the fedora looks the best.
Now this man has to do a ritual every time he gets on to put his bandana and his fedora back on, dude.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Every
slow
single
down.
time.
Yeah,
Gotta
thanks
get
a
on the
lot,
bike and
GTA.
equip the outfit as I sit down. Yep. Every single time.
Rockstar.
and then just layered tattoos and face paints and got the skull, so then it looks like the skull paint on my face carries down into the mask.
Right on.
And I
That's
just kept
awesome.
it. It's been that way for years.
What's up with the braids, man?
Braids? It's the hairstyle that clips the least with the fedora.
That
That's it.
his let me tell you this. His outfit though, and the bandana and the fedora, the reason I asked that question is it's just so notorious for us.
I'm the only one with it. I've
Yeah.
yet to see somebody else with a fedora and a bandana
Yeah.
of any color.
Facts.
Yeah.
Usually people just wear the bandana with a backwards hat or something, or the shit
Yeah.
that comes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many
We've
people have you
wearing
seen
fedoras
bandana
on
with a
lasagnas.
fedora? Yeah, or
one.
when was the last time you saw somebody wearing a fedora?
Yeah, only lasagnas, bro. That's all you be seeing. Those damn lasagna tortellini.
Yeah. I mean, it's so iconic that like you can't. I don't think that you could ever see another person wear it better than how you're wearing it. Because I mean, I don't think number one they'd get your face paint right with the
No, they wouldn't.
tattoos, and you know we're not going to say them so somebody doesn't go out there and copy you, but you got a look that is like different than everybody else, and when somebody sees this club, they automatically look at you and say, "That's the man right there." His eyes.
Or that top hat.
Yeah, or that top hat.
Or the friggin' most
Or that
mask,
mask.
bro. Yeah, all of us are.
Yeah,
Everyone, dude.
man, it's been a wild ride, man. It really has. Like, I mean, going back all the way to the days of 2014 when you and I first met, and all these years later, like when you say that out loud, 2014, it doesn't seem that long ago, but it is.
Yeah.
And
And I digress. But speaking of the wife,
Yeah, there she.
she's loading up.
welcome her on into the table, man.
Welcome, welcome.
So if there's anything you guys wanted to ask her, she's here.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Stir, that's all you, brother.
Pitch lower, Jesus. Trying to be quiet and like give hand gestures, and then he like stops completely. I'm like, fuck.
Those who don't know, she is basically the same person as the man sitting to my right. Basically, they are the same people. When he insults me, she insults me the same way. So basically, they are the same people. So they
She's more
are meant.
outspoken than I am.
They are definitely meant for each other. That's for sure. But going back to 2014, I mean, I feel like it was meant to be that you and I were to cross paths. Because, I mean, I don't believe that the Locomotives would be where they are today without you. I feel like we'd have a huge hole in the MC without you. And you definitely made us complete. Because, I mean, there definitely be something missing. And it's the same thing with Hatter. It's the same thing with True Killer. You know, not one individual can break down a club, but without your, you know, your guidance and your getting in my shit when I needed to learn a lesson, definitely helped a lot. And you know, I feel like we're, if not the best of friends, we're definitely up there. And
Do I need to wait a little
when you took the reins of this club, you did it with such grace, and you did it with strength and power, and you didn't fall down. You kept this club alive, you know, and that was the one thing that I always told you back in the days was when Disturbed steps away, this is your club, and I want you to run it the way that you want to run it, but just don't let it die. And you didn't let it die, and it's still here.
Word
So
up.
it's amazing, man.
It
It's
is.
emotional. It's emotional to think about it, man. That you going from the longest lasting prospect to the national, and you're doing it so well, dude.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna bring in Ninja's wife here in a bit. She's probably gonna sit down at the table.
Fitting, it'll be at the opposite end or next to.
AJ.
Uh.
Or I could get up and she.
Oh
can
yeah,
sit
that's right. Cause it's fucking
It's an accident.
Joe that's got the mask.
Welcome, Jade.
Hell yeah.
So we now have Ninja's wife here, and we are gonna open the table up to any Q&A for anybody that would like to ask Ninja or Jade any questions. So anybody want to ask them any final questions?
I have one question if anyone wants to bring some up for me.
To be honest, Disturbed and Hatter can both confirm this. I never wanted leadership position
For that. Yep.
entirely, any of them. I just showed up, did my thing, and then I ended up getting the positions. I never wanted them. I'm being honest. I didn't want War God. I got War God. I didn't want VP. Got VP. Grew to like VP a lot. Didn't want the president spot. Got the president spot.
Yo, for real.
And well, here we are. But nothing really drove me to want to climb. I just did my part. I knew the rules. I did what I was supposed to do. I showed up. Is pretty much it. Right place, right time, right uniform. That's pretty much
Word
it.
up. Anyone else?
Yeah. So you saying you're in a 09, correct?
Original 9, yeah.
And the club's now going on 9 years. What do you see in the next 9 years with the club?
Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah, it probably will last that long too.
Yeah.
Golly.
I mean, what did we always say, man? What back in 2014, all the way up until now, man. We want to see this club on the next GTA, and the GTA after that, and the GTA after that. And
Shoot, I think it might be done with 6.
nah,
For real, boy, golly.
That's an understatement.
hey, GTA might end, but locomotives won't.
Exactly, bro.
We'll always carry it, even if the server's shut down and there's no patch or anything. The Brotherhood will still stand no matter what.
Overcome.
Exactly. Not alone the GTA itself. Spreads out to other games and shit.
Yep. And that's the best thing about this club is that we're not only on GTA, we're on other games. We're always together in one way, shape, or form. That's true brotherhood right there.
Word up.
Agreed.
So, I do have a question.
Mm.
That first feeling, that first church where it was announced that you got the reins, that everything happened, and what was that first church like? What was the emotions?
Intense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I was nervous, but just everything about that time period was just intense.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was an interesting time. And all those guys, they were still willing to stay. Everyone's here now still, so it's amazing.
They
Despite
stayed.
leadership changing.
Those who temporarily departed returned.
Yeah, man. It's just proof that all of us have the same blood, you know? All of us are going to lead it well. We're just part of it.
I feel like we were meant to be together. Like, I feel like there was a reason that we were all meant to run into each other in one way, shape, or form. Especially the OGs, the ones that were back on PS3 days. I feel like we were all meant in one way, shape, or form to meet each other. And we went through so much shit back in the day, and would have broke anybody. Would have broke any club. But the one thing that our structure stayed upright. Everybody else has collapsed. Look at all the clubs that we used to fight back in the days. They're not here no more.
Yeah, 95% of clubs back then are gone.
They're gone.
I think only like a handful of clubs that started on the 3 are still here today.
Yeah.
Only a handful.
And it's sad to think about it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's sad to think about because, you know, even though a lot of those clubs we never got along with, that they couldn't figure it out, man. But we were able to figure it out. And that's all that matters. We always said that we were the superior club. And it didn't matter about numbers. It didn't matter about, you know, who was on and who wasn't on when a war started. But at the end of the day, we could honestly say we withstood anything that was thrown in our path, and we're still here. While they're not. So, we're the OGs, and we ain't going nowhere. So.
Agreed.
Agreed.
That's all for me, though.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you guys what my character looked like when I ported over to 4?
No.
No.
And I had to
You can't
put
know.
all my shit back on? Some of you are definitely gonna remember when I
got
say
that
it, but
echo.
I look like Asian Ronda Rousey. Like Bobby Lee?
Oh, man.
Bobby Lee. Yes,
I don't, do you have a picture of it?
Not anymore.
If anybody remembers, people used to give me crap all the time about my character. It really came out to light back in when we moved to PS4. But my guy had a double chin.
I do remember that. I do remember that.
He's a big boy.
As you can see, look, he ain't got no double chin now.
He was a chunker, boy. You had to spend an extra $100K. He changed it.
He hit the gym, boy.
Crazy.
Speaking of
all
that,
the
imagine
sweat
if
pooling up
the
in the bottom
5
part of that mask.
Imagine if the 5 had the workout system like they did on San Andreas.
Man.
I'd be absolutely shredded.
I don't know why they didn't do it. Good idea.
I'd probably I'd go to push more for like Chris Bumstead than Ronnie Coleman.
I don't know who that is personally.
So, like Ronnie Coleman
I know
and
Ronnie.
his line, they are just straight up bodybuilding with like, you know, the stories and shit. Chris Bumstead is a bodybuilder, but his division of bodybuilding, it's under classic physique. So the way they do their shit, the way they do their poses and everything is the same way that Arnold's generation did it.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
So the real generation, then, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
So
Steroids.
so like if you're going to watch bodybuilding
Steroid use.
and you want it to be in the same light as what Arnold did, you want to go for the category of like classic physique bodybuilding. Because just regular bodybuilding is where you get Ronnie Coleman and those dudes that lose their breath trying to flex their core for 15 seconds. Whereas you want the dudes that look like Atlas Under the Planet or Arnold doing his poses, you want classic physique, which Chris Bumstead is the biggest right now.
You'd also be very slow when you're running with that AR, boy.
That'd be bulletproof.
True.
You see those cracks on the wall right there, right to your right? That's how the concrete would look when you're running, boy.
Like Juggernaut.
Absolutely. Anybody want to throw anything else out there?
Just thank you for the people listening in, and expect many more to come.
Hey, word up, man.
And thank you for Ninja being the guest.
Absolutely.
Word up, boy. Thank you, Ninja, for sitting down, brother. And
Yeah.
Disturb, before you say something, bro, I think we should do this, bro. You know, I'd like to thank the Lord for bringing us together. Most important, I know y'all,
Absolutely.
not all y'all feel like that, but you know, I feel like we are definitely meant to be.
Oh.
Yeah, I dig it. We're all meant to be for sure.
Fuck.
Man.
Got kicked for an idol, sorry.
You know.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but the timing.
I do feel like it was a. Yeah, I do feel
That
like
was
it
some
was a
interesting
higher
timing.
power. I do feel like
Yeah.
it was a higher power to keep us together, for us to meet first, and then keep us together as long as we have. And personally, you know, I'm not a mushy guy, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you are.
I am a little bit. I am a little bit.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
But I just want to say, yeah, Indiana now. But I just want to say thank you for coming and giving up a little bit of your time, because I know your time is limited right now before you have to leave. Like I said in the beginning, there's no other guest that should be number one for this podcast, and more than you. The things you've done here will never be forgotten. No matter how far you go, you know, we'll always be here with you. And we love you, brother.
Yeah, we love you, brother.
Love you.
Damn right.
Give it up for
You
Crazy
know.
Ninja 81.
Absolutely, bro.
Give it
Come
up
on.
for him, man.
Come on, man. Brother, thanks for coming. We love you.
I saw Joe over there wiping his mask, and he had some tears right there.
Yeah, for real.
No doubt. Man, I'm surprised nobody asked about the nickname that the Wild Boys gave me.
Yo!
We don't want to get canceled now.
Part 2, bro.
Part
Hey,
2.
we should- Part 2.
That'll be another podcast when you come on.
X-rated.
That war was 14 hours.
Keep an eye
That's
for
such a
part
good
2.
story. There's so many stories we have to go over. Dude.
Yeah,
Dude, so many
absolutely.
stories. That one was fucking hilarious, though.
That one had us crying.
Absolutely.
So yeah, AJ, we were in a war with the Wild Boys,
Oh boy.
and they sent one of the. How was it you that they sent the message?
I think so. To go to game chat.
Yeah,
Or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
to go to
was.
game chat, and then what'd they tell you?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, freaking. Okay, yeah. So, what was that guy? Was it Steph? Was that who the Prez was?
Yes.
We ran into him the other night, by the way, but yeah, so
Yeah.
Steph was like, "Hey, you got a rat in your club." Like, there's like 15 dudes like listening, bro. He's like, "You got a rat in your club," and we're like, "Oh, who is it? Who is it?" He's like, "Oh, crazy." I can't the part unfortunately as much as I want to. I mean, but crazy N-word, crazy N-word 81. I'm like, bro, that's our president. That's our president, bro. What are you talking about, rat? It was, I think, Rican Ninja. I think they thought it was.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that bastard. That guy was a little
Shoot,
bastard.
some clubs just do that.
He just
throw
got
each
super
certified-
fucking. No, but like he felt stupid because they're like, dude, that's our Prez. He's just like,
Yeah, he literally just said, "Oh." He
Oh.
literally just said, "Oh."
Yeah.
That was it. Everyone started crying, bro. Every locomotive in that lobby was crying. I'm like,
Oh man.
eh.
But
That was fucking hilarious.
yeah, that was. We got so many stories for all you guys out there listening and watching. We got so many stories, and we're gonna get them all out here, man. We're gonna give you an exclusive look at one of the most notorious motorcycle clubs in GTA history, and that's the Locomotives, man. We're gonna give you as many podcasts as we can give you. We don't know if we're gonna do it weekly or every other week, but the next podcast is gonna be with my boy Hatter over there.
get it.
We're gonna hear his stories. We're gonna hear everything about how he joined the club and his come up and everything. And we're gonna definitely get right down to business on the next episode. So we appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and we'll see you next time. Rock on.
Oh yeah.